welcome to our one-on-one with Joseph Bismarck as a founding partner. I normally just get to reach our network, our IRs, through my blogs. I write on a gem. Do you get to read my gems?
Yes.
Or sometimes during VCons, but during those events where we have thousands of participants, leaders coming across the globe, we don't really get to answer their basic network marketing questions. So we have invited some of our very new IRs from the field. I have a lady here, Tumi from Botswana, and she would be asking us some questions on network marketing. I have also Safisal, who lives in KL, and also Asri. Okay? So you can ask your questions. You could start, Tumi.
Well, I was asking, when do I need to give up on someone when he takes too long to change?
Okay, well, first, the point I like to make is that one good quality of a leader, that he does not give up on anyone. Okay, so that's in principle. If you want to be a leader, do not give up on anyone. Okay, so what is the time? When do you actually stop? I only give up on them if they've given up themselves. Meaning if they start hiding from me, they don't want to do network anymore, you know what I mean? They completely say, hey, Jappa, I don't want network marketing anymore. That's the time I have to give up, because if he's not giving me time, how can I give him time? But if someone even gives me 10 minutes of their time every day, okay, I'm very obliged as a leader to also give 10 minutes of that time. And hopefully, that 10 minutes, I could somehow get through that person, motivate that person, nourish that person, that they would increase that time. Because see, what's very pertinent in network marketing is the time we spent in learning, educating ourselves on the business and how to actually lead our team to success. Okay? So that's the main thing we should have. Never give up on your people. And even if one is a slow learner, okay, then it means you have to give him more time. But as long as he's there, wanting to do the business, you got to stay with him, no matter what. Did I answer your question to me? Okay. You had a question too.
Mr. Joseph Bismarck, in your opinion, what is the benchmark of a failure point of a networker?
A failure, when a networker fails, you mean? Yeah. Well, a failure would be when a person stops. For me, that would be a failure. Okay? But again, in principle of network marketing, what we need to understand that actually failing is good. Okay, this is a whole new mindset. In fact, I always dare myself to fail. I always dare my downlines. I dare you to fail. Because by failing, you learn. You know, I don't know, what game do you play in sports? Baseball or football. Soccer, football, right? The first time you would hold a baseball bat or a soccer ball, can you actually sink it to the goal? Can you actually hit the ball the first time you're holding it? You're going to fail a lot of times, missing the ball. But that failure of continuous repeating, okay, you start learning. And the people who's making good goals today, who's making very successful businesses today, any successful people today, from Michael Jordan to Kobe Bryant, you know, David Beckham, all of these successful people were failures in in the past. They failed so many times. They failed so many times. So failing is part of learning. Failing is the front of success. You cannot have success if you're not going to fail. So most people, And I'd like to address our audience. Most of you, you're in fact afraid. We're afraid to start network marketing. We're afraid to start something new. We try to live in our comfort zone because we're afraid to try to do things because of the fear of failure. So when I train IRs, when I train leaders, I tell them, hey guys, fail. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. In the beginning, when you try to, carry a weight, if you're going to be a weightlifter, right? You cannot immediately carry a 350-pound barbell weight. You're going to fail. But you got to start carrying small weights. And by carrying small weights, you would fail, you would carry, and you would develop the muscles, you would develop the skills that you need to be successful. So if you look at that mindset, that failing is not so bad after all, then you could continue. And one day, you'll be successful. We heard of, FedEx. His name, I think, the founder of FedEx, his name is Fred Smith. Fred Smith submitted this business proposal, like a thesis in school, of a 24-hour. His idea was to deliver packages within 24 hours. Okay? Can you imagine his professor graded him a C for that thesis? The idea that you could deliver worldwide. He actually failed. Okay? But you know history. That's history. Where is FedEx today? It's up there. It's just one of the most successful courier company in the world. Okay? There's so many instances of people failing. Okay? But they continued to fail. Scientists, the Wright brothers, who failed many times, and even they were taught to be crazy people. Imagine long time before, your idea was you're going to fly. Huh? Yes. The Wright brothers failed many times. They were criticized. They were said they were a hawks. Fly? Are you crazy? At that time, it was crazy idea. But did they care for public opinion? No, they failed many times. Then one day, their model plane flew. And everybody was amazed. And today, we have airplanes. So, as a networker, when would I say I failed? When can I say, oh, I failed? Is that when I stop. That's the failure, is when you completely stop and say, hey, I don't want anymore. I've given up. That is the biggest failure you can have. That is the biggest failure you can have. When you say, I stop, I don't want to continue, I don't want to try anymore, I don't want to fail anymore, that is when you fail. That is my opinion. And I share this with a lot of leaders. So I tell them, never give up. Continue. I want you to fail. So when somebody comes to me, I always say, hey, you're not failing too much. You want to be successful, you're not failing too much. The mere fact you're not failing too much, it means you're not trying out new things. You've stopped learning. Did I answer you that question?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Asari.
What is one of the effective approach a networker should follow to address public criticism?
Well, it is very much connected to this, okay? As a networker, you should not worry about public criticism. Because people would always have their say, they would always criticize. Something new that they don't know about, they're criticized. Just like I was explaining a while ago. Were the Wright brothers not criticized? They were criticized big time, okay? And because the industry of network marketing is fairly new, and unfortunately there are also other companies there that are illegally pyramiding, okay? So we're in that industry, okay? And there's a lot of criticism on it. But people who criticize are normally either they're ignorant about the business, okay? Now, if they're my uplines, the criticism that my upline give me is something I take, because that criticism improves me to be a better networker. Whether the criticism comes publicly, from your parents, from your husband, from your friends, and normally we're criticized big time every day by our own family members. Hey, what are you doing? You're pyramiding and you're all of doing this. But hey, welcome the criticism. Take the punches, welcome the criticism, because there's criticism you need. They're actually issues. Criticism are questions in disguise. They're questions in disguise. So what you need to do is be a mature leader. Okay? Hear the criticism, take points, and find the answers to their criticism. Or find the solution. How can I improve? Is their criticism true? Is what they're saying true about the company? They're criticizing the company's pyramiding? Don't just believe it. Take it on and say, hey, that's a good criticism. Let me come back to you. I'm going to investigate. And I'll come back to you. I said, hey, your criticism about the company is not true. Or you come back, hey, thank you for your criticism. Your criticism about that company is true. I found out. I did investigate. This is leadership. So a leader is never faced with criticism. He loves criticism. He embraced criticism. Because criticism, right, sharpens him. But for a lot of beginners, new IR, when they're criticized, they get so discouraged. Oh, I don't want to do network marketing anymore. This is difficult. People are saying this, people are saying that. Hey, wake up. Be a mature leader. Take on criticism because it's good for you. So anyway, I hope I've answered your questions and you've learned something on our one-on-one with Joseph Bismarck. And to the audience in our crowd, I hope you would visit our VTube so you could watch our one-on-one, and I hope I could post some of your questions, so who knows, we could answer them in one of our Joseph Bismarck one-on-one. Thank you very much. Until next time.